Hi boys and girls, and welcome to this week's virtual assembly. We have our Seesaw Superstars followed by our choice of the week. We then have some French with Miss Healy, and Primary 4A have then created a little video to share with you all about what they have been doing in the playground. Citywise and Primary 6 are going to share a very exciting challenge called Bounce Back, so there's a little video all about that. Then we're going to watch a short video about our value that was announced on Monday of this week, one of our 4 values that you all voted for, which was inclusion. And finally, we are going to finish with a little Just Dance video. So let's get started.
Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to this week's assembly. We've had a really positive start to the term because this term we are looking at our third school rule. And our third school rule, as you all know, is that we try our best. Now, I can see a huge difference in how we are lining up outside, how we are walking respectfully and quietly throughout the school, how we're aware of the fact that noise sometimes can be distressing and upsetting for other learners who share our space. We are trying our best in our class. We are making sure that we are not giving up when things get hard. And it's lovely to see in your jotters, when I'm looking at your jotters, when I'm in your classes visiting you, that there is a big effort into being the best that we can be. I'd said before in our assemblies on a Monday that trying your best really means that you just don't give up when things get hard. And we have absolutely nailed our first school rule, which be kind. We are making huge progress in being ready for learning, which is our second school rule. So I really want to see us turning everything around now about us trying our best in our behaviour, in our manners, in our work, and in our presentation for school, and making sure that we are wearing that uniform that we are very proud of. Now, my glasses are falling down. Another thing that we are going to be concentrating on this month and for the rest of the term is looking at our new school values. And we looked at that value of inclusion. Inclusion is really important to us because we are in a very, very unique position that we have 2 schools with 1 head teacher and 1 management team. We also have 2 schools that are in very different sectors. Now that means that we have got children who are able to come to school in the mainstream, and those who need a little bit of support are able to get that in the mainstream. And it means that we have a specialist provision, which means that we have got children who have got quite significant differences in their communication, in their level of learning needs, in all sorts of different needs. And it's our responsibility in both schools to make sure that those needs get met. Now, one of the things that I have been doing this week has been visiting your classes and saying, so we're going to become 2 schools. What is it that you think will be really good about that? What are the wee things that are worrying you? What are the wee things that you're still not really clear about? And so I have got some stuff here from Primary 6. They did some post-it notes on me, and the question is about what are the questions that they have for me about the 2 schools becoming 1 school. And so my intention is to, when I've got everybody's questions back, because I've visited the upper school classes this week and spoken to the teachers and to their children about some of their ideas, and I've got some feedback but not them all. And my plan is that I'm going to look at all the questions, and I bet that lots of people will be asking the same questions. So I'll gather all of that information back and I will feed that back to you and to your teachers. I'm going to do the same with your parents because they're going to be coming in to see me in a couple of weeks' time, which will be wonderful because we've not had your mums and your dads and your aunties and all your carers in here for such a long time. So that's very exciting because I want to find out what they're thinking too. And as we get to the point where we know when the school is hopefully going to be 1 school, we've got a big conversation to have. Remember that word that I used the other day in an assembly, consultation, which is lots of conversations about the same thing, about the new school name that we will be hopefully coming to a conclusion about once we have completed all the other parts of the big conversations of the consultation. But I thought this was a really, really important question, because I loved the fact that a lot of these questions were geared about how safe and how comfortable our friends in St Kevin's would be if they came into our big playground. And so somebody has written here, will the playground be the same, or will the fence come down and all the St Kevin's children will play in the part that we play in? My answer to that is no, that won't happen, because some of our friends in St Kevin's find big and noisy and crowded very, very distressing, and we have that fence there to keep those little ones safe and secure, so that there's only very few people in that playground. So my take on this is things will stay as they are. If we have our friends in St Kevin's who are able to come into the big playground and are happy to be part of that big playground, remember we send in staff too, so their support staff come in to help them, then that will continue. And for our wee ones who are not ready for that and who don't like that, then there's absolutely no way we would ask those children to go into a big and busy playground, because remember, inclusion is about making sure that everybody has a place in our school, but it's also about making sure that everybody's needs are met. I have to also say that we have got some children in St Stephen's who find the playground too big and busy, and so they join their friends in St Kevin's in the smaller playground. So that question was asked quite a few times, and so no, there is no change. The other thing that I wanted to say is, what was the other one that we wanted? Could we have St Kevin's continue to join us at gym time? And where that is appropriate, absolutely yes. If the wee ones can do it, if children can mix with support, then great. But if they can't, then that won't happen, because children go to different provisions like mainstream and additional support needs for a very good reason. So that's 2 questions. I will update you when I get more interesting questions from you next week. Now, I'm not going to talk anymore because there is a lip syncing challenge coming up, and it's about trying your best with all of your heart. So stay tuned. Here comes the next bit, and I will see you soon.
When you've got a job to do, you must try with all your heart. Life's profoundest joys go to girls and boys who finish what they start. When faced with work, the shirkers shirk because it's no longer fun. But the chaps for whom the whole world claps are the chaps who keep at it till the job is done. Oh, at times you'll want to say, I've got nothing left to give. But a life that's lived part way is no way to live. So here's a slice of good advice that I'm obliged to impart. You must always try your best with all of your heart.
So we're now moving on to our choice of the week. It could be a joke or a random fact, and on this day or a news story, a quote of the week or a sports fact, or a movie or music clip or a guess who. And this week it's a random fact of the week, and this week's fact is all about the strength in our index finger.
Would you believe me if I said you could become a superhero by raising an index finger? You should believe me because it's true. For this you're going to need a chair, a finger and a friend. Hello? Okay, Zans, now I'm going to stop you standing up from a chair using just my index finger.
I don't think so, Chris. You're not a superhero.
We'll see. Fold your arms and keep them folded. Put both feet on the floor. Now, try and stand up.
Yeah! Index finger man has defeated standing up from a chair man. That was my superpower.
The explanation is quite simple. To stand up, Zand has to lean forward, put his weight over his feet, and then stand up. By stopping him leaning forward with my finger, he's stuck sitting down. Try this yourself and show your friends the mighty power of the index finger. Ow!
So it's now time for some French with Miss Healy, and this week we're going to go over the alphabet and objects in the classroom.
Bonjour à tous. Aujourd'hui, nous allons passer en revue les objets que vous trouvez dans la salle de classe. Vous vous souvenez du vocabulaire? Bonne chance. Au revoir, à bientôt.
B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Yeah! A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Q, R, S.
Q, R, S.
T, U, V.
T, U, V.
W, X.
W, X.
Y, Z.
Y, Z.
So Primary 4A have been very busy over the last few weeks. They have been working with Miss Moulds to prepare and plant some lovely things in our planters in our playground. They've prepared a little video to share with you in this week's assembly about what they've been doing and why it's so important.
We should not spoil the plant. We should not spoil the plant because it wouldn't be fair for the P4A, and we don't step on the plants that we planted yesterday. It was hard work for us. Please, this is a message to the school. Yours sincerely, P4A.
Why you shouldn't destroy the plants? When you destroy them, our class will be sad, and after you have did that, we will have to take time again growing them, or our class won't even grow them, and we wouldn't see how they grow. So I hope you got the message.
Plants are important because we don't need to buy anymore, and because this is for the school also. Before it worked very hard for it, and we did a lot of things with these vegetables.
So on a Thursday afternoon, some of our primary 6 boys and girls work with people from Citywise. They have been doing lots of wonderful work, and they're going to be leading the next challenge in our school, which is called the Bounce Back Challenge. And it's all about exercise. We have registered all of the boys and girls in our school to take part, and over the next few weeks, primary 6 will come round to the classes to share little updates, and they'll also prepare some videos for the assembly. Let's watch this little video from Citywise to find out more about it.
Hello, St Stephen's! Citywise is organising Bounce Back 2022! This May, all pupils from your school are invited to join us to do 30 minutes of exercise every day. Moving is great for our hearts because it keeps our blood pumping.
Moving is great for our moods. A chemical called endorphin is released by our bodies to make us feel good.
Moving is great for our brains because it keeps them working hard.
Moving is also great for making you fresh.
These are some of the things Citywise mentors will be doing this May.
Fantastic, big your body out into the big Titanic woman and nice, sweet, energetic, big your body out into the big Titanic woman and nice, sweet, fantastic.
Now, at Monday's short assembly, Mr McHugh revealed the first of our 4 new school values that were voted for by all of the boys and girls, all of the adults in our school community. And our first value is inclusion. And over this week, you and your classes have been discussing and sharing what that would look like in our school. There's also been a little questionnaire that has been sent out to all of our parents, carers and families. We have some responses already, which is great, but please persuade your mums, dads, aunties, uncles, whoever looks after you to also answer the questions that are on Seesaw. So this week's little video is all about inclusion. and know that today, the 29th of April, is the International Day of Dance. So it's only right that we finish off with a little Just Dance workout to get us ready for the weekend. We hope you have a lovely weekend and we can't wait to see you next week. We also hope you have a lovely holiday Monday. Remember, we're not in school on Monday next week, and our boys and girls are not in school either on the Thursday. So have a lovely weekend and we'll see you soon.
Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Mama said, something for oddities, stranger possess. Ain't ever wannabes, waiting the novelties that don't ever change. We wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh, stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had
Well, boys and girls, it's almost time to go home. Make sure that you keep yourself safe over the long weekend, and I am fingers crossing that it is going to be sunny and you get outside to play in the good weather, because remember, there is no school on Monday. So keep safe, make good choices, and I will see you soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.